Hello legends and super legends, welcome to Veloharmony. Today's video is a review of a new pair of overshoes I just got for very cold temperatures. Those of you who watched the video that I made about no excuses, get your K's in, so forth and so on, don't let the weather stop you. I did mention that during the ride that Paul and I had done a couple weeks ago, probably last week, I think it was last Tuesday, yeah. The weather was so cold that by the end of the ride, you know, it had snowed early in the ride, and then later in the ride, my feet started getting cold, even though I had my Dexter Endura shoes on. And so I decided to do some research and find the best, well, I think the best of what I call cold, freezing weather overshoes are. You know, some people have mentioned, have you tried doubling your overshoes? I don't do stuff like that because my shoes already fit me very well. So if I start putting on multiple things that are not designed to be worn that way, when you try to create your own layering with objects that don't layer very well together, they end up tightening up your shoe and you can lose feeling in your feet. And you don't want to do that when you're riding. So I went ahead and ordered this. It's made by Endura. I picked Endura. Rafa has some overshoes, but my reviews of what I did and just some of my research indicated that this was really good value and it's just a better all-around product. I have tried the deep winter shoes that Rafa makes, and they're not very breathable. Your feet sweat, and they're hard to get on, and I didn't want to deal with that. So these fit the bill because they're designed with even tougher material than the Endura. I'm going to bring them close to you, show you some of the materials, and then I'm going to read you what they say about it. What caught my eye was, if you look at the bottom of this thing, I don't know what material they're using here. It has that's thick elastic right here. You can see that. That's elasticized. It's stitched just like the Endura is stitched, but this material is so tough, and then it's tough and rubbery. So they've got a lot of neoprene in there as well. But it just looks like it will not wear out. There's nothing to catch the ground on the heel. You know, those of you who use overshoes, you know how you always end up wearing out back here. But look how this is designed. Look how big the hole is. It's just like the Dexter. That's why I stayed with Endura. But while I'm here, I want to open this up and show you what helped me make my decision. The sizing, they made it a little more generous because they knew they were putting more materials in there. So if you see it, it looks kind of big. This is an extra large. But look inside. It's lined with fleece. So in addition to the fact that this is neoprene, they took fleece and sewed it. See all the stitching? They sewed the fleece on top of the neoprene. So that's what makes it nice and warm. Even now when I put my hands in there, this fleece just really, and it's all inside. It's not just here where I showed you. It's also under the front. So the entire upper part, the sides, where you see neoprene on the inside, there's fleece. So you just cocooned in fleece. So let me read the marketing write-up. The name of this is called Freezing Point Overshoe. I mean, that pretty much tells you what the use is for. It says, fleece-lined neoprene construction, has a rear zip with snap-down puller and Velcro heel tab to ensure the snug fit. That's this. Now, hard-wearing aramid sole and stitching using aramid thread. Reflective logo and rear zip panels. That's right here on the side. I like for these to have some kind of reflectorized thing on them because, you know, the color here is not super black or anything, so it has enough of this red. So when you're wearing it, it's reflectorized. But this little partition where they've got this strap inside, they got a liner of neoprene that helps keep the water out. So they really thought about it. I'm going to go ahead and cut it and see what it feels like when you wear it. Let's get all these little tabs out of there. So So right now it's about 15, 16 C outside here, so it feels balmy compared to the weather we've had recently. Even this morning it was like 7 C to start. So our days are running from 7 to about 19 C, which is normal for us. So it just looks really generous, and that's what I was talking about. It's better than trying to double up existing overshoes you may have, because you may not get the warmth that you need, and you end up running the risk of putting your circulation at risk to your feet. So when you open it, there is a little Velcro. I'm going to come back to the camera. When you open it, what they've done is they have a little Velcro tab right here that actually keeps that sealed. So you have to open this side, then you move this little flap to enter the shoe. And so they got two ways that you close it. You put that together, and then this one comes over the back to really seal it. I really like that. And this thing is solid. This little tab, it's just hard rubber, like, you know, almost like a flexible kind of hard plastic. So nothing here looks like it's gonna tear. So it doesn't require you to be very delicate with it. I'm gonna put the logo's on the left, so I'm gonna put it on the left foot here. I get the heel across the cleat first, then pull this in. A little bit of drizzle here, but the sun's shining. So our weather is really freaking out. The shoe material, everything feels very thick as I put it on. I've got the zipper all the way down. I'm going to work the front over my cleat. That's what gives you the room you need. It's raining on me a little bit right now, which of course was not in the forecast. Doesn't look like it should be raining. Once you get this over your cleat, it's really easy to get it on the back of your foot. And then this is why I don't like to double up anything. So because of how they made it, it has a nice snug feel on my shoe, but I know that my foot's not going to go to sleep. So I'm going to put that flap that I showed you in the back. You have to line that flap up, attach this part, you wrap it around your foot. So basically you have to you pull that flap up like this, which seals it, and then you bring this and line it up on that Velcro, the little Velcro they have in there. That gets that in place. Then you zip it up. The zipper is very easy to use, and with gloves you will have no trouble accessing the zipper. And then this is very secure and is very firm around here. If I were to wear this in the rain, I would put my tights over it. I have found that that really delays water getting in here, because this is one of the weak points on most overshoes. But what I'm finding here, this is not loose right here. It's nice and snug. I'm going to put on this one. I will not be spraying it with water like I did in my other ones, because I really am not worried about water ingress. It's like a wetsuit on the outside, so I'm not worried about water getting through it. I'm really more interested in the warmth, and I can already feel the difference in the one I'm wearing and the shoe that has nothing on. So I can't wait to get it out in very cold weather. I think it's going to do its job. The addition of the fleece really did the trick, and also by using neoprene is very breathable, because neoprene has pores in it that it takes in a little bit of water, but the water doesn't go through. So they're using wetsuit technology on the outside with fleece on the inside. So you get the best of both worlds. You get warmth and you get protection from water. When you're putting it on, you have to get this over the cleat before you can do the back, because that gives you what you need, the material you need. My Shimano cleats are very big, so they always grab on. Doesn't matter what kind of overshoes I use. I like that they put the elastic around the hole to where you can stretch it over the cleat without damaging it or tearing it. I'm trying to be as gentle as I can, because I'm doing this review. You know, you want to take the time to get it on your shoe. regardless of what cleat system you're using, they are not designed for mountain bike shoes necessarily. They would probably work, but you have to make sure that the hole is directly over your mountain bike cleats. If not, then you don't want to use that for that because you can damage them. So once this gets in the front, then you can pull from the sides, like you see me do, to get the back. And it just slides over your shoe. This is a size extra large, and I wear a 45 euro. The size is true to size. You don't have to size up. Use the size chart. I'll put the link for the product in the description of this video for those of you who want to get yourself a copy. But I'm going to turn this way so I can show you. This flap back here I think is really neat because it's like a 2-inch flap of neoprene, very lightweight neoprene, that you put back here like this under the zipper. The zipper itself is protected, but you've got that protection to keep water out. Then you got the fleece. So when you zip it up, you got several things protecting you. And then this lines up with the Velcro on that flap. So even if this zipper was compromised, you got a neoprene flap to protect you back here. I thought, wow, they're not playing. And when you put it on, there's just such a secure feel back there. And then this finishes it off. Even if this weren't there, it would still hold. This just really keeps the zipper and everything in place. And the feel is like you're wearing a glove on your feet. Or you're wearing gloves on your feet. That's the best way I can describe it. And I'm really not concerned about water or anything getting in there. It does feel a lot warmer immediately compared to the Dexter. So yes, the addition of the fleece and the use of neoprene, this is completely different than what they did with their Dexter shoes that I also own. The Dexter shoes are a different kind of material, keeps water out really well, but when the temperature dips much below, I would say 8 or 9 C, the Dexter shoes don't keep your feet as warm. These are like wetsuit for your feet with fleece on the inside. Best way I can describe it. Your Endura Freezing Point Overshoe. That's what they call it. The details are in the description if you want to get yourself a pair. I am sold on them. I really like them. I like the way they feel. They don't make a particular fashion statement, but they're very functional. You know, and that's what I'm interested in. So yes, these are going to be my heavy duty, heavy cold weather, deep cold, what I call deep winter shoes. I like the name Freeze Point, but it's nice and simple overshoe. So once again, get the equipment you need. Now's the time to do it. Don't let anything stop you. Get out there, get your cage.